Good morning, crafters, and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to craft live with the lovely Vicky from Crafty Heaven, and I hope you're all sitting comfortably. Vicky is a fabulous crafter. I have been a subscriber to her channel for a long time now, and I'm so pleased to be able to have her crafting with me on my channel. So, Vicky, if you're ready, would you like to say hello to everyone?
Absolutely.
And there we
Hi,
go. Hello,
everybody.
Vicky.
Hello. How are
Good.
you?
I am good. How are you this morning?
I'm not too bad. Not too bad. I've sent my twins off on their residential trip today, and they come back tomorrow, so I'm a bit, yeah, but I'm sure they'll be
Oh,
fine.
oh,
So
they'll
I've
be
only got
good.
a few children here today. No,
That and
not
a
all of them.
dog, the same as myself. Well,
And
I've
a
no
dog.
children, but a
Yeah.
dog. So hopefully someone isn't going to come and ring the doorbell or something.
Hopefully not.
Would you like to tell us a bit about yourself? I know you're a design team member for a really cool brand. Would you like to share that with us?
Yeah, I'm a design team member for Helen Griffin, who is Simply Made Crafts. And I've been doing samples for her for a good, probably about 3, 4 years now. Wow.
Wow.
And I'm also work along with Craft World doing samples for them, and I also do magazine commissions. So, yeah, busy girl as well as a pastor as well. So,
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
and
That's so
a full
cool.
time mum. So, yeah.
Wow, busy life. Well, do you know what? When you keep busy, Vicky, there's no stopping you, is there?
Oh, I know, right?
All right, so you have everything ready. What are you going to be making today with me?
Well, I'm hoping, I've got an idea in my head and I'm hoping that it works. I'm going to be using Simply Made Crafts die sets, which will be the small shadow frame um, box die set. And so I'm going to make a shadow box, but it's going to be inside a card so that when you open the card up, the frame will pop up. So I'm hoping that will work. And I'm also going to be using the Care Bears as well. So I
Oh,
can decorate the card, and because I've got my friend's birthday next week and she's Care Bear obsessed. So I thought, why not make her a card? So I'm
indeed.
hoping that will work.
I'm sure it will. Sure, look, all you can do is give it a go. It's only paper at the end of the day, isn't that right?
Exactly. Yes.
Right, what I'm going to do is come back to me and I'm going to give you a
Okay.
chance then to turn your camera down to the table. And once you're ready, just interrupt me with I'm ready, Simone. And
All right.
I'm going to have a look at the comments and see who's with us in the chat. We have 7 people
Okay.
with us in the live at the
Oh,
moment. So
exciting.
yeah, we have Benita, who is under a pile of papers, and she is my crafty sister. She also has a YouTube channel as well called Under a Pile of Papers. So, and she's going to be our moderator in the comments this morning. So if
Thank
there's
you.
any rude comments or anything, if there's even a comment that we don't see while we're live, Benita will be able to maybe answer the comment for the person or bring our attention to it. I have got my tablet just here beside me, so you'll see me looking from the camera over to the side. That's me kind of keeping an eye on the comments. I don't do a very good
Okay.
job of keeping an eye on the comments, so make sure if you're keeping an eye on the comments, Vicky, as well, feel
That
free to read them out as
I'll
well.
try.
No worries. So we've got Benita, we've got Marie. Good evening, Marie from Western Australia. We have Barbara. Yeah, so, and like I said, there's people who are watching that aren't interacting in the comments, and that's okay. They probably have us on the big screen. I hope you can't see all my wrinkles. Right, how are you doing there, Vicky?
Yep, all good.
All good.
We're ready to
Well,
go.
let's see now if we can jump. Yes, it worked, Vicky. Brilliant.
Yay!
Yay.
Brilliant.
Okay, brilliant. Lovely. If you want to kind of lift your camera up a tiny little bit, Vicky, and it'll bring you so you've zoomed out a bit more, I think you could. Yeah, you could go
Is
another
that
bit.
okay?
Yeah, that's brilliant. Perfect. And
Okay.
if you move your die set that you're going to show us a little bit to your right,
Yep.
another little bit to your right, another bit to your right, another bit to your right, another bit there. Your center screen. No, you're too much. Another bit to the left.
Left.
Perfect. That's lovely. You'll actually get to see exactly where you are now once YouTube catches up with us. So let's have a look at the products you're using, and you know, I can move to what I'm going to be using then as well. So jump in there now, Vicky, and tell us what you're using.
Okay, so as I said, I'm using Simply Made Craft products. So we are using the small shadow frame album die set. And I've also got another Simply Made Craft product here. So let me just grab it.
Mm-hmm.
So we're using the Elegant Accessory die set. And then I'm using the Care Bears A Rainbow Day, I think it is, collection. I'm not, anyway, it's in that collection anyway. So I'm using the papers and the ephemera and things like that. So
Mm-hmm.
that's that. So I've actually cut my pieces for the shadow box ready. And as you can see, I've cut 3 down already because I don't want it to be obviously a big shadow box because it's going inside a card. Now it will be quite a chunky frame. So by the time the cards finish, you'd have to make like a box for it to go in.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I've got those 3 ready, but I have die cut one here to show you what it will look like when you've die cut it. And then I'm going to trim this down. So I'm going to grab my paper trimmer.
Mm-hmm.
See everybody in the comments. Hello, everybody.
Yeah, good morning, Sam. I see Sam is in the comments there as well, and Cara from Little Rabbit
Oh, is it?
Designs is there. Good morning, everyone.
Hey, Sam.
Right, while you're cutting that down, I'm going to quickly run through what I'm using, Vicky. I'm using
Yep.
the new 3D folding mechanism. This is the majority of what I'm using are made to surprise products, so I'm looking forward to using this. I'm also going to use it in connection with the Creative Craft Products Nestable Octagonal dies, because the center panel that you would use on the folding die set is ovals, and I thought I'd like to give that a try with the octagonal die set. I'm also going to use one of Sam's embossing folders. This one is called Wooden Fence. It's a masculine card I'm making for a neighbour, so I thought I would go with that. I'm going to use the new Mix and Match Sentiments and A5 stamp and die set. I love this, especially because it's got Halloween and Christmas words in here, as well as a plethora of other fabulous words in this set. And then for a finish, I'm going to use the large modern numbers die set. Again, it's made to surprise, and I love these because they come not only with your number but also with a shadow background for it. And then to jolly up my card, I'm going to be using some of the Cottage cuts. These are their little puppies, they're little dogs. I got these secondhand on eBay. They didn't have the packaging, it just came with the dies. So I have a load of them cut out, ready for Christmas, all decorated up. But I did some in the blue colours I figured would be cute for this masculine card I'm making, because the gentleman apparently loves dogs. So I have all my bits ready here and cut out, and I'm going to start bringing them all out and getting them ready now. And you can tell us what you're doing with that die cut piece there that you have.
Okay, so I'm just, I've added my double-sided tape, and I'm just basically folding this over now to make the side panels. So I'm just going to press it down and move it backwards and forwards, so then it loosens that card up a little bit.
Lovely.
So that's one done. So I'm going to do that with the rest of them. So I like to use red liner tape as well as liquid glue, because I find that just using double-sided tape sometimes can come undone after a while. So
Yeah, I find that as well. I think the liquid glue it kind of seeps into the cardstock. So I find
yeah,
using the two, you've got the grab of the tape when you're using that initially, but then because you've the liquid glue there, it bonds into the fibers of the paper. So yeah, I think when you want something to be strong, it's always really good to have, you
yeah,
know, both. Plus, I think the liquid glue gives you a bit of wiggle room when you've got double-sided tape. Otherwise, it can catch and then there's no going back. So, for wiggle room
yeah,
is another great excuse. Right, I've also got all
that's
my
it.
pieces cut out. In the die set for the folding card base, you get your plain ones and you get your grass cut ones. Now I did some out in the plain as well as in the grass, and I've ink blended on that. With these pieces which make up the stand, you need to die cut out everything twice, and I use 300 GSM cardstock, and I think that's what Sam recommends. So you would die cut out two pieces. I then turn them back to back, and I would add glue. I use a solvent glue, it's Kalal, because solvent glue, when it sets or dries, it goes hard, whereas a white glue, I find when it dries or sets, it's still malleable, it's soft. It's fully dry, but it's soft, whereas the solvent one I find goes rock hard, and it gives you that chipboard effect when they're glued together. So I wasn't sure with my design, because I have the dogs, did I want to have like grass um, ones, or whether I wanted to have them plain. So I have die cut out enough of everything, and I have embossed my panels, and I've got my panel then for the back with my poem that I made up for the recipient. So I'm going to die cut out another two of the grassy bank ones, and then I'm going to start assembling all my pieces that I have here.
Those dogs are so cute.
Aren't they just? I think they're from
Yeah,
an American company. If I was to buy them from America, between the VAT and the shipping and the whole lot, it would cost a lot. So sometimes, you know, you might be on eBay. I spotted them and I didn't realize where they were from or anything. They were just a good price point for me, and I thought they were so cute, being a dog person. So yeah, I
yeah,
purchased them, and it was afterwards I realized, oh, this is where they're. It's just being in Ireland, everything is so much more expensive, you know.
yeah, yeah. But it's
Especially,
very frustrating.
it is, especially with the English brands. I think, or the American brands. I think you're lucky in England. You get, you have more availability of the American brands, you know, than what we would
Yeah.
have. So you're very lucky. I'm going to do a little bit of ink blending now. I have two done already, so I'm going to quickly grab. I have a little laminated sheet, and I put the non-slip little. Hubby gets these non-slip things for out in the workshop, so I've popped one behind my laminated sheet, and I'm just going to grab some of my. I'm using Versifying Claire Shady Lane, and my cardstock is Lidl's cardstock that I'm using, and I'm
Yeah.
just using the smaller one over the larger one to kind of give that layered grass look, because I'm going to be ink blending on both of them anyway, so it kind of gives me a layered or dimensional look to mine. That's what I'm at the moment. How are you getting on
So
there,
I'm just
Vicky?
I'm actually gluing these together so then we can start making the shadow box, the sides. So I'm just gluing these small tabs inside here. So I'm just going to glue that in there, and I've done that with the rest of them, and then they will all fold round, and then we'll glue it together on the other side. So,
Oh,
and if you want to know what I've cut these down to, I cut these down to 5.5. So let me just grab that die set, and I measured the size of it originally before I scribbled it down, so then people know. Where did I put my ruler? And
Is it
of
under
course
a
you can
pile of
make this.
paper?
Yeah, probably. Let's have a look. So it is 8¼ before it's cut. So then I placed the small tab in my trimmer, but I folded it over so it's got that straight edge, and that straight edge there, I just trimmed it down. No, sorry, I lined that straight edge up on the 5½ inch, and then I cut the excess off. So now I've got, it should be a 5½ inch square shadow frame box thing.
Oh.
I know what I meant.
I know what you meant too.
It's like a lot of words, isn't there?
It's so much words, and words can be hard, you know?
Yeah.
They can be hard. The two panels that I'm gluing at the moment together, normally when you cut out two, you would just sit one over the other and then they would line up. But with these grassy ones, you can see how they line up there. But if I flip one over the other way, it'll actually give me, it'll give me it'll give me like the excess. So they're joined up there and they all line up together. But if I flip it over and then join it up, I get like layered grass at the back. So it's just a small thing, but I think it just adds to it, you know? So I'm gluing
Yeah.
them together at the moment. And then I'm going to start doing a little bit of assembly. I'm going to say hello to a few new people who have joined us. We have Alicia, my
Okay.
daughter, who is my IT guru and has helped with
Hi.
me using OBS. So if any of you need to hire someone to do your IT, if you want to use the OBS system, I'm sure Alicia would be delighted to do that with people.
Yes, please. I'll be one of them. Thank you.
I'm also going to say hello to Becky. Becky Huddleston. She said, "Look at all the talent in the chat. Wow, this is the place to
Oh.
be. Isn't that so lovely? Thank you, Vicky. Or Becky, I mean. Thank you, Becky. Um, and Benita is telling everyone to click on the thumbs up button there down below. If you're watching on a device, you know, like your tablet or your phone or whatever, do click the thumbs up. And that would be great if you could do that. It helps with the algorithm for the channel. It just means that YouTube will push this live out to more people in the recommended or up next option on YouTube, which is great because we all like to see our channel doing well. And speaking of channels, if you're new here and you haven't been to my channel before, I'd love if you're enjoying this to maybe click the subscribe button and become a subscriber. It's free. A lot of people that I would talk to would say, oh, to have a subscription that costs money. On YouTube, it's free. It doesn't cost you anything. And if Vicky is new to you and you haven't been to her channel before, Crafty Heaven, make sure you pop over after the video and after the live and visit Vicky's channel. She has some amazing videos on her channel with products that she uses. She is such an inspiration. Um, you
Oh,
do
thank
stuff
you.
with
Who are
paper
you?
crafts. No, honestly now, and I'm not just saying it because you're here. But you definitely, I can understand why you're Helen's designer. You know, I love the way you think out of the box with products as well. I love that.
Yeah,
You know, you'll get a product and you know you think, "Oh, well I can only use that to do this." But then you show
yeah,
us that you can, well, you can take this die and you can actually make this, this and this with it. And I love that creativity, you know.
yeah. I try to. There's a lot of swearing in it as well. Trying to do all the things.
Yeah, it can be hard, admittedly, can't it? It can be. Yeah.
So I'm gonna normally you would put a backing of cardstock behind the back of here, but I've actually got some acetate, and then I've stuck this. I don't know what it's. I think it's clear holographic cold lamination sheets, and the I got this pack, and it comes in different styles. So it's got like this glass, broken glass look. It's got stars, and it's just adhesive on the back. So I've peeled that off and stuck it on some acetate, and I'm hoping that I can have that on the back like that, and then have my scene inside there with that beautiful like shine, on the back of the acetate. So thought it'd be a bit different. So
Yeah, that is so cool, Vicky. That's going to look awesome when it's on the back there, isn't it? Because
yeah,
we've all got a bit of magpie in us. We all like to see sparkle and shine, don't we?
we do.
Right, I'm going to
Definitely.
join one of my grassy hills now onto my octagonal shape. And to do that, you can use glue, but I'm going to use a little bit of double-sided tape just to be sure that it's anchored in place. I've got some white tape, I'm going to use that, but I will use some liquid adhesive as well. You could use a bit of foam on this as well, I suppose, if you wanted, but I'm going to anchor it using the double-sided tape. That looks smashing, Vicky.
Thank you. I just it's a bit wonky at the minute, so I'm trying to straighten it up before it sets. Let me have a look. There we go. Need to look at it from a different angle.
From a different angle. Just looking at that through there, I could imagine some die-cut fish, stuck on acetate inside the box. It would look kind of like a fish tank as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah. Right, I need that straight. Stay straight. There we go.
I'm just going to give a quick shout out to Jane. My little granddaughter Jane is actually watching the live at the moment as well. I think Mummy has us up on the TV so that she can see.
Oh,
Yeah, so hi
how old
Jane.
is she?
Jane is 3 and a bit, 3.5. Yeah, she was
Oh,
3 in June.
oh,
So
bless
yeah.
her.
Oh, I need to add some liquid adhesive. Simone, wake
I
up.
bet it's a big thing for her seeing her Nonna, or what does she call you? Grandma, Nonna?
Nana. No, I'm Nana. Do you know,
Nana.
I wanted to be Nana for the simple reason
Oh.
that babies say mama and dada first, and I thought, well, Granny or Grandma, she won't be four till she says that. So I went with
Nana.
Nana.
Oh,
Yeah, she
bless
loves her Nana.
her.
She's
Yeah, I was
so
going to say,
good.
I bet it's a big thing for us seeing a Nana on the big screen then.
Yeah. They watch the videos on occasions, for,
Yeah.
just she'd be like, oh, well, we watch Nana, but I mean, we video chat a lot as well. So on the back
Oh,
side
bless
of
her.
this panel is going to sit here. So I'm actually going to use one of the rounded ones I think would look good. And then I'm going to keep this second panel here for the front. So I'm just going to stick this one down before I do assembly. I want to allow my glue, my adhesive to stick on this panel before I start decorating it. So I'm going to do that next. These are the feet, these ones here, and again I've doubled these up so that they will be nice and strong for when we put our piece on there. And I'm going to show you a little tip for ensuring that they're secured in the grooves when you put them together. So that's what I'm at next. How are you getting on there, Vicky?
I'm getting on all right. This is actually going okay at the minute, so that's good. But I'm putting it in the card base now. So what I did was I cut 2 pieces of cardstock. So the first one measures 7 3/4 by 6, and then I scored along the long side at 1 3/4. And then the second piece, I'm going to turn it this way, I cut at 8 and 3/8 by 6. And then I scored that one on the long side at 2 3/8. And then I folded on the score lines, and then the shorter pieces I glued together. So that's going to be like the spine of the card. And that's where the shadow box will sit. So then that will sit on the middle, and then hopefully when you pull this up, the frame will pop up with it. So I'm just going to glue another piece of card over the top of this spine piece, just so it covers up those joins and it makes it a bit more neater. And then I can glue my frame on top. So that's where I'm at the minute.
That's going to be smashing, Vicky. It's going to be absolutely smashing when that's done.
I'm just wondering, do I glue it down with hot glue, or do you think that will come up after a time? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hot glue is, I find hot glue is really good like that as well. But I don't know, do you have a solvent glue there?
I've got the Belly Art Precision Craft Glue, and that's really strong. So I don't know if to do a bit of both. Do you think?
I think
I don't know.
I'd nearly use some tape and liquid glue, and then you know it's going to be good and solid. I mean, you could use your hot glue now for the video, you know, because people at home, if they want to craft this, they can always use double-sided tape or glue. Do you know, they'll have time to allow the glue to set and all the things, whereas we're kind of on a time restraint here with the video. So, you know, you could always, you know, put that out there. I'm using hot glue now, but if you want, you can use tape and whatever. You know what I mean?
I think what I do is I put a bit of hot glue and then add a bit of the liquid glue as well. And then if it comes apart, I'll just, you know, put it back together. But hopefully it should be fine.
No, I'd say that'll be well anchored and there'll be no fear when you give it to the recipient of there being a problem with it. I really don't think so. You know, it should be good. Okay, I am going to start embellishing my pieces now. I've taken one of the fences from one of the Made to Surprise die sets, and I don't have it here on hand. What I generally do when I get a die set and there's all little pieces, I take them and I die cut a load of them out. Excuse me. I take a lot of them, die cut them out, put them in little tubs. So, and I don't know if I had it marked. I'd have to go through 15 tubs to see which one it came out of. But if you're doing this card, a little fence is what I'm using, and you can use the same. I think I'll actually place it behind this little panel. So I'm going to glue that on there again, just giving the glue time to dry while I do the assembly. So let's see, I want to come 3 in on each side, I think. And I'll add them down. This card is for an 80-year-old. I kind of think maybe it should be for someone younger. But I think they'll get a giggle out of it. You know what? If it's not what the recipient wanted, I'll keep it and I'll make them a different style. But I thought this would be fun. Lovely. So that can be drying there. I'm going to start. I've got my big word, my happy. I love these big words. And I'm going to kind of pop that up on some foam tape, and I'm going to have it there at a jaunty angle up across the top. And I've got some foam, so I'm not hunting for it like I usually end up doing when I'm live on a video and I'm like, oh my God, where's my foam tape?
Yay! It did it. Yay!
Oh wow, look at that.
There we go.
Brilliant.
So yeah, as you can see, it's quite a chunky one, and you'd have to put it in a box. But yeah, I thought it was
gift bag would be perfect.
Oh, gift bag. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
And obviously,
Pop.
with it being acetate, you can see through the other side. So, yeah,
Oh,
that's cool.
fab. That's
I like
brilliant.
that.
I love it. Yeah, I think you did great there. Now for the
So
fun
I am
part.
gonna make a scene, but I'm gonna have like hinges. Is it hinges? Where they kind of attach to the sides, and then you can have them like a bit forward. So you have one at the back, and then you can bring them forward. I can't remember what they're called. Is it? Oh, Sam would know what it is because she does it all the time.
Yeah, the little props. They're like a little prop.
Yeah, I can't remember the name of them.
Oh, it's eluded me as well now. That's
Oh
what
my
happens when
goodness,
you're put on the spot, isn't it?
I know.
It'll come to us
Sam's
and
gonna
we'll
tell
just.
us now, and it'll be like, oh yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I'm sure someone
Mm,
in the comment section will let us know.
tell us.
I'm going to give a shout out as well. I see Martha is here. Martha is little drop. She's a drop of sunshine. Is Martha's YouTube channel. Martha, thank
Ah,
you so
hello,
much for
Martha.
joining us. Martha is another just awesome creator, isn't she, Vicky?
Yes,
She makes some fabulous content for YouTube.
absolutely.
Lynn is in the comments as well. Good morning, Lynn. Lynn is a crafty sister of mine as well. And
Hi, Lynn.
yeah, it's nice to see we've 14 people watching at the moment, Vicky. Isn't that lovely?
Oh, that is lovely. Welcome.
Yes, welcome indeed. And we have some great crafters in the chat as well. Okay,
Hmm.
so happy 80th. I've die cut out my
Your card's looking good so far.
Oh, thank you so much. It's not looking as awesome as yours. Yours looks so
Oh, I'm
cool.
sure it will.
I'm going to add a little bit of foam behind my numbers as well because, sure, why not? Go big or go home. Isn't that what they say?
That's it.
Yeah. And I know this
I don't
card
know if
is.
anybody is known to Simply Made Crafts, but she has a new release this Friday.
I
Just
saw
saying.
that on Friday. Yeah, I saw Helen. She
Yeah,
gave like a little life update, didn't she?
that's it.
And
Yeah, bless her.
yeah, and a new release. So you,
Mm.
well, I suppose you can't tell as much, but does it look good, Vicky?
What's that? Your
The
card
the new
or the release?
release. Yeah,
Oh, I can't say out, but yes, it does look good.
that's all we need. That's all we need from you. It is going to be a good clip.
It
I
is
have to
good.
say, Helen does come out with some really good stuff as well. You know.
Yeah. If you like your 3D projects, Helen's the lady to go to.
I think so, yeah. I've got a number of her products in my stash actually that I go to on a regular basis, you know. I think one of
Yeah.
my favorites is the doctor's bag.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
I think that's what it's called. I have that in my stash and yeah, I do love it. It's a cool thing. I do have a couple of things by Helen. Sam would be um, the main one that I would go to now, I have to say, you know.
Yes. I think everybody does, to be fair. Everyone loves Sam.
Yeah, we love her products. She's very ingenious with the products she comes out with, so you can't help but like it. And she's a lovely person as well, you know. And she has great content. I find with Sam, when you buy her products, there's lots of videos, you know, either from Gemma, her design team person, or from Sam herself. She does lives every Wednesday and Friday. So if you haven't heard of Sam, Sam is Made to Surprise brand. Her channel is, well, she's got three. So she has
Yeah.
Mixed Up Craft, which is for doing stuff really not using her brand. Then she has Made to Surprise, which is using all her branded stuff. And they're awesome. Like, I watch her videos, even if I didn't buy her
I
collections.
know.
And then
Yeah,
she
that's
has
it.
Muckers Assemble. So if you like watching lives, having a live on in your craft room, then Muckers Assemble is a great one to watch. And Sam loves to go live and she likes to do a long live. It's generally about
Yeah.
2.5 hours. And I tell you, I'd sit there and watch her all day, even if it was just watching paint dry. She's a great sense of humor and everything, and a great inspiration to so many of us crafters, which is always lovely. She is so supportive and everything as well. So, yeah, she is my queen when it comes to crafting. Now, I could wax lyrical on. I'm sure there's a lot of people in the chat, and I'm sure they would be the same as well. But I mean, I'm using
Yeah.
Sam's products, so of course I'm going to be, waxing on. But yeah, so
Yeah.
there's 3 new channels, peeps. If you haven't heard of Made to Surprise, Mixed Up Craft, or Muckers Assemble, they are 3 great channels to view on YouTube. Now, I'm adding my TH to my 80. Sometimes I forget to use these. There's a name for these, isn't there, Vicky? For the
Uh,
TH and the ND, and they're like
I
cardinals
don't
or
know.
something, aren't they? Yeah.
Oh yeah. Don't ask me what the name is for it, because I won't have a clue.
I'm sure someone in the comment section will tell us. I'm just having a look. Martha said she would love that shadow frame as a Christmas decoration, Vicky. I agree.
Oh yes,
Absolutely. Yeah.
definitely.
Um,
I
Benita
like the
said
fact
she,
that when you close the card up as well, you can see the Care Bears at the back. Even, that's cute.
yeah. The thing is, you could have that sitting on your mantelpiece with,
Exactly. Yeah.
one behind. Yeah, like that. Looks very cool. On
Yeah.
a kid's little shelf in their bedroom,
Hey,
or, do you
that's
know?
it.
I love making something that is a piece of decor. It's not just a card, it can be left up as well. I think that is so
Yeah.
cool.
Could you hear
Yeah.
my dog barking?
Could just here and there in the background.
I do apologise.
Oh, don't apologize. Listen, it's like I was saying to you earlier. We're just 2 women set in our craft room, living life and going live on
Yes.
YouTube. Stuff happens.
I
you
know.
know?
And you forget that though, don't you, sometimes? I think
Yeah.
especially when you're used to recording pre-recorded videos and you can edit it out. And then when you're live, you're kind of like, oh shoot. you
Yeah,
know.
but I think anyone that's in the chat and do anyone watching a live, they accept the fact that stuff is going to happen, and that it doesn't necessarily mean that, look, we're not in a studio, and
No.
I think it's hard to expect a studio type of experience when you're not in a studio. So, I think you have to accept that really as well. Right,
Yeah,
okay,
very true.
I'm in on. So I'm adding my supports now, my feet, as you would call them, there. I love the way these have splayed, actually. It looks really cool. Now, I have just got the main center panel in there. That could be set on a mantle just like that. I think that looks so cool. But once we add the other panels on, they're going to straighten up. Now, Sam recommends when you add these together, I have 300 GSM cardstock together. So you can see here, they're pretty much wedged in, but they could slide out. So Sam recommends if you take your glue and do a bead of glue down along there like that on both sides. You can either do it on the outside or the inside. But what I have done is I have taken my glue bottle, and I hope you can see, I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to add just a bead of glue to the bottom there, right between the gap. And I'm going to bring this then over, and I'm going to pop this in. And then once that is in place, that will then, the glue would adhere and it'll hold it in place. So I'm going to do the same again to the other side. I'll put a little drop of glue right in the middle in the gap, and I'm going to pop this one on. And then once that's given a little while to dry, that will anchor that in place. So I'm just pulling down on the grass to make sure these are level. And I'm going to add my little panel to the back, and that then will splay the back open better, and it will allow this to sit in. So I'm going to put the glue this time, and I'm going to do it on the back of the panel, right up at the top in there. Little bead of glue. And this glue, the Precision Barely Arts glue, this is going to dry clear, and it won't leave any tacky residue. So I know when this dries, no one is even going to see that little drop of glue. So I'm pulling that down into place.
Don't you just hate the backing of red liner tape?
You just,
It
look,
sticks to everything.
You have to have a pokey tool. If you don't have a pokey tool, you could be there for days and days. My dog,
I know, and then
Jamie,
they're so static as well.
it is, yeah.
It's like,
you end up going around, and all you've got is bloody static
I know.
red liner tape sitting on your
That's
jumper.
it.
Or my friend Benita has cats, so she has to be very, very careful, because otherwise the cats go around pulling and dragging at the tape. Now, I could actually add a couple more little layers into this. So what I might do is cut some more of my green grass. I'm going to cut another two and pop one in there. And then I think I'll bring this one forward. Yeah. So now that I know where I want these, I'm going to add my little bead of glue in here and in here. And I'm going to drop this in. And I'm going to cut out another ones to go in here, because sure, why not?
You watch, I'll make this and I'll be like, I don't want to give it to my friend, I want to keep it.
That's the worst of it, isn't it?
I know.
So now I could use these ones and pop these ones in here, and that was my plan, but I really do like the green grass. I could do a little bit of ink blending on these, but you know what, it won't take me 2 secs to cut some more out. So that's what I'm going to do, and then I'm going to finish decorating it with my dogs. So I've got my little fence there, so I'm going to get some green cardstock.
Did you say you have a dog, Simone?
I do. I have a setter retriever mix.
Oh.
And he's such a good boy. He's wired. You know, he's a bit neurotic sometimes, but he's just the nicest little fella. Really, he is. And he's missing his buddy. We had an older dog called Buster, who was 16 and a half when he passed. He was getting so old and kind of struggling, you know, a bit. So it came his time for him to go to sleep. But we see that Ghosty is really missing him. But he's a mom's dog, so he's grand. He's happy to be tootling around beside me, and you know, so it's all good. But yeah, he used to go outside with Buster, and now at night, hubby, for his walk before bed, will go out with him with the torch, because I don't know, I think he's afraid of the dark.
Bless him.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh dear. They make you laugh, don't they?
They do. They really have their own little personalities. And you know, in the morning after hubby goes to work, Ghost will be nudging me if I'm at the table because, you know, what we've started doing is I'll go into the sitting room and I'll sit down and watch, you know, the couple of YouTube videos that might have come out from America and I wouldn't have seen them before I went to bed. So I'll sit down and we go in and we'll sit on the couch together and I'll have a cup of tea and he'll sit with me. So I did that a couple of mornings and then it was a case of every morning now he's like, you're not supposed to be sitting here. You're supposed to be in there. So
Yeah.
dogs are funny, you know. They're so funny. I wouldn't be without them, but I think
No.
Mike and I have been together since I was 16 and a half and I'm 55 now. And we've
Yeah.
always had a dog, so I think we're going to take a little break for a while. And I'd like to be able to kind of, on the drop of a hat, go visit the grandchildren and stuff like that. And it's hard to do that when you have a dog. And I will not kennel my dogs. I know people have good experiences doing that, but it was always something that I said, you know, if we're having dogs, I'm not kenneling them. So generally, if we're going anywhere, we have a family member will come and stay in the house with the dogs.
Yeah.
So, you know, it'll be nice to not have to worry about that. You know, if I want to go and Mike's working, you know, we're not kind of worried about that kind of thing. So just to take a break, you know, there's loads of bucket list things I'd really like to do. And so would hubby. I'm not a great traveler, but once I'm up and traveling, I'm grand. And hubby wants to go and do a few things and see a few sights. I'd like to go up the fjords, and I'd like to visit a couple of crafty friends in the UK and Sweden, and do you know, all those kind of things. And
Is Sweden
so
where Benita is?
Sweden is where Benita is. I've also got a
Yeah.
crafty friend called Rita who's in Sweden across the other side of Benita. So, do you know, I'd like to go and visit them and, do you know, do things like that and hopefully not leave it too late, you know,
Yeah.
because no one knows what's around the corner. So,
Exactly.
you know, so we'll see. Ghosty is 11 and a half, nearly 12. So I hope he has
Oh,
another few years left in him, you know. Well, Buster got
bless
to
him.
16 and a half, so we'll see how Ghost does, you know. But then
Yeah.
again, Ghost could pass and I could be heartbroken and be nothing other than I want another dog. So I think we'll have to wait and see what happens.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Have you
I'm
always had
just
dogs?
sorry.
Have you always had dogs?
Only since I met my husband. Yeah, I was never allowed a dog when I was younger. I had to, you know, just we only had cats. And then when I met my husband, he was his mum and dad had dogs, and I said to him I would really love to have one. So we got one, and we had our first one was crossed between a Cocker Spaniel and a Labrador. But he was more on the Cocker Spaniel side of, you know, how he looked.
Mm-hmm.
And then we lost him, and then we got Grace. She was my baby. Toby was
Aw.
David, really. And yeah, she was a white retriever. But
Ooh.
then unfortunately, we lost her a few months ago. She was only 3 years old. She'd actually swallowed a squeaker, but we
Oh.
didn't realise she had
Oh.
until it was because she wasn't showing any signs that she was poorly.
Yeah.
And yeah, so we she was poorly, so we took her to the vets, and they said, "Oh, she looks like she swallowed something, so we're gonna have to operate." So they operated, and it was a squeaker, but at that point, it had gone too far down, and it had damaged her, you know, insides. So
Yeah.
they had to, well, kind of not sew back together, but put bits back together to hopefully, you know, make her last, well, forever. But yeah, but then obviously she had to have a second operation because there was fluid that, was there was fluid basically that had come out into her insides. And so they operated again, but unfortunately it didn't work. So yeah, we ended up having to put her down anyway. So yeah, it was a bit of a shock. Let's put it like that. But she had a good life for what she had. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'm blessed for that. But now we've got a puppy who is a German Shepherd, and
Oh.
she's just yeah, a bit of a difference, but yeah, she's beautiful. Her name's Hope. So yeah, she's
Oh.
lovely. And she's actually only 7 months at the minute, and she's about the same size as my Grace when she was fully grown. She's only 7 months.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. I know some people are different, aren't they, with how with grieving and stuff, but some people can't get a dog or an animal straight away.
Yeah.
But I actually had to get one literally a week later because I just did not like being without a
Without.
dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
And people would be like, why are you getting one so soon? It's like, well, if it's going to help me grieve, getting another
Yeah.
dog, it's like you're not going to replace them, are you? Not replace them. Yeah. It's not like you're replacing the other one. It's just,
No,
a comfort thing, isn't
you're
it?
giving a new pup a chance
Yes,
at a
that's it.
great life, you know?
Yeah,
And that the dog you were meant to have, your new dog that you're meant to have is ready for you now. So,
yeah,
do you know what I mean? And I like to think
yeah,
that, your dog will be thinking, oh, they're so lucky they're going to get to go to a family who loved me so much. Do you
yeah,
know? So, I don't know, we humanize things, but that's how I'd like to think of it, really, you know?
yeah, yeah. So, I mean, obviously, sometimes I try and I don't know if it's just habit, but I do compare her to Grace sometimes and thinking, oh, well, why isn't she like this? Like Grace was, you automatically do compare them, don't you? But you got to, it's
Yeah,
like hubby says, you got to remember she's a different breed completely and a completely different dog anyway. They're all going to be different. But I think because Grace was so cuddly and Hope isn't at the minute, I find that quite difficult. But
yeah.
yeah, so it
It's
will
the
all come,
breed
I'm
as
sure.
well, isn't it? Do you
Sorry.
know, I think it can be the breed as well, and she's young, puppies at seven
Yes.
months old, like they don't want, is get out of my way, I'm
Yeah.
active.
I want
you
to
know,
play.
exactly. And will
And
you
chew everybody's
train?
feet.
Chew, yeah.
Sorry.
I chew on everything, yeah.
Yeah.
Will you
I
train
got that clove
her?
oil that you suggested,
Yeah, it's a game
and it
changer. I
worked.
hope did it.
Yes. She was like, oh no, I don't like
Yeah,
this.
no, I tell you, we've had a number of dogs in our lifetime, and it was definitely one of those things that had been said to me, and I used it for all. We had Randy, um, Gromit, Buddy, Buster, and Ghost, and none of them ever chewed anything. You hear stories of them chewing the skirting board off and eating the
Yeah,
doors and stuff like that. And we never had them do. Now they might start. You'd see a few teeth marks where you'd see, oh, they're starting to chew on that. I mean, they're teething, so you can't really blame them
exactly.
for it. But yeah, I would straight on with the clove oil, and it was, you know, it was
Yeah,
actually a trick that my mom used to use on. I used to bite my nails. Something wicked as a kid. And I don't know who said to my mom, use clove oil, put it on. So every morning my mom would put clove oil um, with a cotton swab, and she'd brush it over my fingernails like that before I went to school. But I mean, she only did it for about a week. After that, it was awful. But
Oh,
I
even having it
stopped.
on your hands, and yesterday it was like, oh, you could smell it forever, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah,
but
definitely
she's
worth the
chewing
treat.
the wall in the kitchen, and it's like, I says to Dave, says, put some of that on there, and she was like, oh, no, I'm not having that, you know. So we've put it on all the things that she chews, and hopefully it will work. So,
Oh, brilliant.
yeah,
Well, I'm delighted to hear that it's working for you. Absolutely
yeah,
chuffed to hear that now. Yeah, because sometimes you kind of think, God, I hope that does work for Vicky. It might have worked for my lot of dogs, but that doesn't mean to say it's going to work for, all
yeah.
of
And the thing
yours.
is, it's not expensive though, is it? So it's worth a
No.
try. So,
Yeah, absolutely. And if nothing else, clove oil is really good to have in the house to purify the air. We burn olibus oil here in the house, especially in the autumn, winter, springtime. I'll have clove oil burning, clove oil
yeah,
and olibus oil. They help to purify the air and keep bacterial levels and stuff down, and keep colds and flus and that at bay as well, kind of a thing. But yeah, so hopefully now that'll work a treat for you. I'm just adding a bit of foam tape here, and I think that's too much. I think I'll actually not use the foam tape. I'm going to glue it down
that's looking
instead.
so cute.
That is looking
I'm just
fabulous.
building up my scene now, so
The fun part. This is the
the
creative part that
fun
I
part.
love. Yeah. Okay,
I
then.
actually find it the most difficult part.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I really do. I find it so difficult. It's like when I get asked to do mini albums for samples and stuff, making the actual album is easy, but actually decorating it, I actually find it really hard. So, I mean, having like ephemera and stuff like that, it certainly helps a lot,
Yeah.
but when you just have stamp sets and things and you think, oh my gosh, how am I going to, do you know what I
Mhm.
mean? I just find it quite challenging sometimes. But yeah. Do you
Yeah.
find it easy with the decorating?
I love doing the decorating. It's the part I love the most is
Yeah,
is decorating. Um and embellishing. And I'll do a card and I'll finish a card and I'll be like, that's great. And then I'll come back to it and I'll be like, oh, I could have added this here and that there. So sometimes if I'm recording or making a card, I'll I'll do that and I'll take pictures and the whole lot, and then I'll come pop it up on a shelf, and maybe a day or two
yeah,
later I'll be like, oh, I could have added this here or I could have added that there, and I'll end up
yeah,
going back to it and adding to it later on. I'm like, oh, I should have done that for the pictures, but it's too late. But yeah, I like the decorating. I just wish I could come up with all the things at the time. So,
yeah.
yeah.
Can I just
You,
interrupt? Is my phone turned upside down?
I've just spotted that, Vicky. Your phone has actually,
Yeah,
yeah,
the
it's
reason
like,
is because I've just had a phone call. There we go, and I cancelled it, and I've got a software on my phone that keeps popping up. So I got rid of it, and then it turned it upside down. Is that right now?
so to me, what I'm seeing now looks right. And
Right.
people will
Yeah,
see you
that's fine.
readjusting. Yeah, that looks perfect.
Yeah. Am I
Yeah.
still in shot then? Okay.
You're in shot, and your Care Bears are all in the middle and towards the right hand side. So you'll start seeing it all moving over. Okay,
Yeah.
yeah, all is looking good to me on the streaming software. Good catch.
Good.
I'm so busy looking at this little snail. No, it's not a snail.
The
It's
only
Colin
reason
the
I noticed
caterpillar.
saw it is because it only just done it because it's I just literally had the phone call and then I cancelled it off. So it only literally just happened. So
Yeah. Yeah, I think you can. pop your phone on do not disturb, and that way you can still use your internet without being interrupted with calls. But because I
Oh, right,
stream
okay.
from my laptop, I never think.
Yeah.
I don't think to like turn off my phone because I'm not using my phone. I'm using a webcam up here and the laptop over there. But look, it's grand. Sure, we're live and we're real
Yeah.
people in our craft rooms, so we won't sweat the small stuff. I think I might.
No.
Guys, should I add my little Colin the Caterpillar on my zero or on my TH? I kind of like the idea of him on the TH. So I'm going to
0. Oh,
ask
the
in the
TH.
comments. Yeah, let me know what
Yeah.
you think. Vicky reckons I should put it on the TH. It's bringing the
Yeah, I was
proper
going to say I
green
can't.
up.
Oh, put it on the TH and let's have a look at that one.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Oh, I like it on a 0, but that's my preference.
Okay, let's see. Hopefully the comment. Yes, Simone on the 0, Benita says. Who else reckons it should be on the 0 and instead? So on the 0 or on the TH? Come on, people, pop your answers in the comments now, please. Barbara says the TH, so that's 2 for the 0, 1 for the TH. 2 more votes and we'll decide. So I'm going to sit here patiently waiting for 2 more votes. Benita, you voted already. I'm not taking I'm not taking
Yeah,
your
that does
comment.
not count, Benita.
No. Let's
Oh
see.
dear.
Avril says, good morning, ladies. Good morning, Avril. Now, seeing as you're
Morning.
there, let us know, should my Colin the Caterpillar be on the TH or on the 0? I'm looking for one more deciding vote. So let me know what you think. Should I put Colin here
Well,
above
how
the...
many votes have you got so far?
So there's, well, do we count Benita's twice? Or what?
No, I don't think that counts. No.
On the TH. Oh, Avril, you're a woman after my own heart. So we have, I'm the moderator, so
TH.
I have 2 votes, Benita said. Benita, it doesn't work like that. Oh, let's see.
That's cheating.
0 TH, 0 TH. Oh, and Vicky, you said 0, so I think it goes on the 0 then. So I'm going to pop it up there on the 0. Yeah, I'm going to pop it. Now, I think I might put it at a jaunty angle. Yes, I do like me a jaunty
John
angle.
Triangle. I've not
A
heard of that
jaunt.
before.
It's definitely an English thing to be
Is it?
jaunty. Yeah, yeah, a
Oh,
jaunty angle. Yes, or I'm going for a jaunt out on the pony, or
I don't.
a jaunt. Yes. Okay, I'm gonna pop Colin up there and then use my reverse tweezers to hold him there for a minute. I never could get the hang of reverse tweezers. Doesn't that sound really stupid? But when
Oh,
you're so
no,
used to
I'm the
regular,
same.
are you the same? Phew, I'm
Yeah,
so glad
I
it's
can't
not
get on
just
with them
me.
either.
Yeah, I just struggled, and I saw these ones online, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to get them because I have a couple of tweezers, and they don't hold firmly. They keep
Mm.
the little piece, the die cuts keep falling out of the tweezers and stuff. So I thought, right, I'll get these and have another go. And you know what? I haven't looked back. They've been, I don't know, but some button must have flipped in my head that was like, oh, that's not so bad. That's not so hard to manage. So, yeah, I'm loving this little card. I think this is so cute. It's
It
definitely
is
different
very
for an
cute.
80th. Yeah, I do love it.
Did anybody decide what these were called? So I've got these little things and they're going to sit on the side so then they pop the images up. Did anybody know what it was called? Because I can't remember.
I can't either, but I just used to call them like little clips.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do them with 2 legs on them. and then the
Yeah.
middle piece
I was
up.
thinking I
So
might do 2 legs, but I don't know. I'll see. This Care Bear one, I might have. Yeah, I might have to do 2 for the bigger one, I think,
yeah,
so it
they're
doesn't
just
bend.
props, aren't they? Little props or little stands.
Yeah.
Um, Avril said she loves her reverse tweezers. Yeah, reverse tweezers for the win. I'm definitely a fan of them now, I have to say. I do love them myself now. Um, and I love these ones. I mean, they were a Temu buy. You got 2 for like, I don't know, €3 or €4. And I love those ones with the wide mouth on them. And then you have the ones with the angled mouth on them, and they have a nice spring feel to them. I'm loving them. The other tweezers have now been forgotten since I got these new ones. So I'm going to add, I've got some clay hearts. They came from the Made to Surprise Advent box. So I pulled out the blue and white little hearts, and I'm going to sprinkle a couple of these around the card. I know it's for a man, and I know you don't generally put things like that on, but I think that it'll look cute, you know, so
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. And it's an 80th
There's no
birthday.
wrong way in crafting.
No,
So,
indeed.
and everybody
So,
will love handmade card anyway. And if they don't, then well, they're boring.
exactly. I think I'll put one there and one up there, and then I might put another little one down by the pop. I think is what I'll do for embellishing. And I'm going to add a little bit of glitter pen. I'm going to use my sparkle pen on my 80, because, you know, it's an 80th birthday. It should have a bit of sparkle. I love those little pops of blue there now. I love those dogs. Do you know what? If they were real dogs, I'd have them in my house. They're so cute. And I like the way the little fella here at the back, it looks now as if he's looking up at Colin the caterpillar, as if he's going to say, how can I get up there and get at that
Yeah.
up there? Very cute. Very cute. Let's have another look. We have a... oh, Tim Holtz calls them squeezers, says Lynn.
What, the
That is
tweezers?
for those tweezers, because you squeeze them.
Oh,
That's a brilliant name, squeezers. I love that. Thanks,
tweezers.
Lynn. A family friend has joined from the good old USA, XJ Pearl. Thank you for joining, James. Good morning and
Hello.
welcome. It's very early for you over there. You're probably just getting up and going to work. So good morning and thanks for joining. Avril says, are they called a platform or a pop-up platform? Those little
Oh, it could
tabs
be.
that you're using. Yeah. James said, Care Bears, that is a blast from the past. Isn't it just,
Yeah.
James? An absolute blast from the past. Yeah. My little sister, Andrea, who is traveling over to the Netherlands at the moment to visit my daughter and grandchildren with her husband. She loved Care Bears. I was a little bit past that stage when they came along. So, yeah, I remember she had a purple Care Bear. What's on the purple fella's
Oh,
chest?
it's a
The
rainbow with the
rainbow.
star and a heart. Yeah,
Yeah,
I can
I
I
think
can never
that's,
remember the names. My daughter would be able to tell you, but she's not here, so.
yeah. I can't remember them either, but she had the purple one with the rainbow on her heart, on the heart as well. Um, yeah, they were so cute. I think I had a couple. We got a couple for our daughters when they were young as well. I'm just taking
Yeah,
the excess glue off here on the card. But the great thing about that Barely Arts glue is that it doesn't leave any tacky residue behind. So now I'm going to plop my glue pin in there. And Yeah, use a bit of glitter on mine. Yours is coming along smashing. That really is
Thank
such a
you.
keepsake piece that you've made there, Vicky. Looks so
Thank you.
lovely.
And so
Now,
does yours. I love those dogs. They're so cute. I
they are
really
so
do love the
cute.
dogs.
Yeah, I'm glad I got to use them. I know I'll be putting them on lots of cards going forward because they are so cute. Especially if you know that the person is a dog person, you know.
Yeah. I
Okay.
don't think my friend would be watching this, but I've actually got her some Care Bear gifts as well. So I've done it as a theme.
Oh, she'll be chuffed.
So, yeah.
That's so sweet.
And you're never too old, are you? So,
No, no. I mean, if you were to look in on my dressed bed at the moment, I have my teddy bear who's very much like a Care Bear, who was given to
yeah.
me after I was born. So that teddy must be at least 56 years old. And
Aww.
his half his ear came off when I was younger, and I stitched it on, and it's a real hack job. But I mean, I could take it off now and do a seamless job of it, but it's part of the memory of that teddy bear, you
Yeah.
know? So I have Ted on my bed. The first soft toy that Michael gave to me was a pelican, and inside the big mouth had 20 cigarettes at the time and a pearl necklace. It was
Wow.
part of my Christmas gift. And yeah, so Moby, as he's called, is set on the bed. Then Tesco came out with, you know, the little teddy bears, the Cedric for, you know, for raising money for charity.
Yeah.
So we got a Cedric bear. And then, of course, one of my daughters got me the following year, got me the Monty, which is the monkey. So he's set on there. And then another daughter got me the Simon Sloth, again, a Tesco little bear for charity. So they're all set on my bed. And I'm sure anyone looking in my room would kind of look and go, my God, like grown ass woman with teddies on the bed. I couldn't give a flying monkeys what
No.
anyone thinks. They have sentimental value to me, and that's all that matters, you know.
Exactly.
I'm going to add a little bit
Exactly.
of accent glaze. This is the old accent glaze by Made to Surprise, but I did buy about 4 tubs of this before they Craft Stash changed the packaging and changed the actual glaze itself. This came about when Sam wanted to do water drops, so it's a thicker consistency. But I just add a couple of drops of water into it because it's a water based. It's an adhesive, but it dries glossy to the to the look. So I'm actually going to do a bit of cardstock first, just in case it's got a snotty bit in it. You know the way you get a snotty bit and it comes out. I'm glad I did now. Look, and I think I'm
Do you
actually
think I should
using.
add something here in this space here or not?
Um, I love it as it is. I think on the front
Yep.
panel that drops down, you could put a
Yep.
big happy birthday down there.
Okie dokie. Yep.
You could do a panel, do a panel which is like, um, what's that, 6 inches wide. You could do a panel that's like 5 by 2, where you could have, a little place to write your message, or
Yes,
I
that's a good idea.
or you could write on the back panel of the card. But I think as
Yeah.
it is, looks great. Maybe add another Care Bear on that panel, the drop down panel, with a happy birthday sentiment. Or if you have a topper, is there a topper there with a happy birthday sentiment?
Um, just having a look. It says special. That one says special friend on it.
Oh, that'd be
So I could
nice.
have that there and then have a happy birthday sentiment, I suppose, along the centre, maybe.
Yeah, you could do.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be
I might leave
nice?
that one for now, but I think I might put the special friend one there, but
Yeah. You
yeah,
can
that's what it
always
looks like.
you can always add that later, and when you take the pictures, we'll share pictures on
Yeah,
our social medias of the finished pieces. People will
yeah,
see then how you finished it if you do decide to do that. There's no pressure,
yeah.
Vicky.
Question is, do I have this bit as the front of the card? So then when you open it up, you're going to see the back, but it's obviously going to pop up. Or do I have it, this one, as the front? Do you know what I
Um,
mean?
I do. I
But it looks
think
upside down that way, though, doesn't it?
it does. Let me open it again. Yeah, because you open it all the way. So
Yeah,
I think I would do, yeah, that panel that drops
this
down in
one.
front of the Care Bears. Yes, that one. I think, mm, okay, so I'm looking at you on our streaming now, right? You have it
Yeah,
open. So if you close it up again, I think the panel that is now on top, that is white, that one. I would
yeah,
have that as your
that
top
one.
panel. Because when you open it, you'll tend to open it up the whole way. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, that's what I thought. So, okie dokie, thank you.
You're welcome.
Stick those bits down.
Okay. And I'm going to just add a little bit of glossy accent glaze on my Colin the Caterpillar as well. Now I'm not going to be able to fold this flat right now, but yeah, I am delighted with that. Let's have another little look in the comments. Benita said she loves our projects. Thanks so much, Benita.
Thank you.
And Martha said they both are a keepsake. She loves them so much. Thank you so much, Martha.
Thank you.
Benita says she loves yours as it is, Vicky, that it's
Okay.
perfect.
What, with no
Um,
topper on the bottom?
yeah, but Avril agrees with Simone. So you do
Oh no.
you. You do you, hon. I like the idea of having your panel on the top, and then when you open it, the panel in front of the Care Bears drops down, and you've got your birthday sentiment there. Do you have Sam's big words? The happy and the birthdays and
Yeah, I
that.
think so. But I'm
Yeah.
using the Simply Made Crafts ones, so I've got them
Oh,
cut out
lovely.
there.
Oh, brilliant.
So,
So
but I
you're
could add the the bigger ones inside, but I don't know. We'll see how I feel when I've finished it.
exactly. I'm
So,
sure, look, if you have them already done, use the ones you've done, you know?
yeah.
I'm going to just bring this over like so to keep it set up because I don't want my dog's nose dripping all down his face. Maybe it wasn't a good idea now to put the accent glaze on right now, but sure, look, it'll be grand. And I shall bring in the new products. And do you know what I've run out of? I ran out of for
What?
this collection is my magnetic sheets. And normally I buy a big roll of it from an Irish company, but it's like €140 or something. But I had a look on
Yeah.
Temu, so I've ordered the Temu. You get 20 A4 sheets with the pockets, for like €20. And I thought, gosh, I can't go wrong with that. So hopefully the magnetic sheets are going to be strong enough, to hold the dies and stuff. I've never
Yeah.
gotten them before, so I don't know if anyone else has gotten them. You might let me know, but
I haven't.
I'm hopeful that they'll be perfect for the job. I'm going to pop my dies back in now so I don't lose anything. And take my tape off. Oh, look. That is so cute. Those toppers are brilliant, aren't they? You
Yes,
know,
they are, yeah.
the bears and
Makes
everything.
your project so much easier, doesn't it?
Oh, you can't beat a bit of ephemera, can you? You know,
No.
for the win.
Yeah, I've decided to put the 3 Care Bears on the front because there's me, Helen, and Laura, and we've all grown up together. So I thought that'd be nice to have the 3 Care Bears on the front, so it
Yeah, the
represents
three
each of
friends
us. So
together. That's lovely. That is so cute. So, so
uh,
cute. Good morning, Jane. Jane is in the chat and she said she loves these. Thank you very much.
thank you.
Lynn Stubbingson said, beautiful cards, ladies, real keepsakes. Aw. Do you know,
Hopefully they will be.
yeah, I bet your friend is going to love this, especially as it's so personalized for her, Vicky. Do you know?
Yeah.
And to be honest, you couldn't buy that in the shop, you know?
No.
You just couldn't. It's definitely not a Hallmark card.
No. And that's the thing with handmade cards, isn't it? It's like a one-off, so that person's not gonna have the same card as anybody else. Obviously, unless you make it the same, but you know what I mean? It's
Yeah. I love the
yeah.
fact that when we make a card and it goes up on the mantelpiece, do you know that anyone walking in and seeing, like, most of my cards, I like to do big cards. You know, I'll generally do at least 6 by 6, but generally it's anything up to what will fit in an A4 envelope, you know.
Yeah.
Showstoppers or monster showstoppers, as Benita calls them. Um, but I love the fact when I make that type of card and it's on the mantelpiece, any of the family comes in, it's like, oh my God, how is my card going to stand up to Simone's handmade one? Short of buying, do you remember the cards that you get? They were like A3 size for Valentine's
Yeah.
Day or something. Yeah, you know,
Love it.
that looks
There we go.
smashing. Are you all done now?
All done. So that's the sides.
It's
And then
brilliant.
obviously when you open it up, it pops up and then you've got that scene in there. And obviously
Which
when
is
the person stands it up, it can be, you can see through it or you can have the back of
backup.
the, yeah. So,
I love it.
yeah,
I love
I'm
it.
really
It's
chuffed with that. So,
you
yeah, I'm
should
glad
be.
it turned out.
It looks
There we go.
brilliant. Yeah,
And so do yours.
fantastic.
I love yours. I
Thank you
love
so
I
much.
love seeing your cards. They're so cool.
They are, aren't they? They're so
Yeah.
different. Shall we pop up and so that people can see our faces and we can share our cards? I love sharing the straight on view. I think it gives a
Yep.
better look. So I'm going to move back to me, Vicky, on the screen.
Okay.
And that way, there we go. I'm going to move my little webcam up a little bit because I pulled it down. So I'm going to share with everyone. This is my little one here, and I am so chuffed with it. I'm really, really chuffed. Absolutely. And that's the back. And the person that I made the card for, I personalized it with a poem on the back. And so hopefully the person will like that as well. And yeah, again, I used mostly all products from Made to Surprise. I'm just hoping my glossy accent doesn't all slide down their face. I do apologize for the lighting, folks. I hope you can all see okay. And we will pop back to Vicky once that she is
I'm
back.
ready.
Oh, she's ready. So let's, there we go. There is Vicky. So if I move that way and move that way. Lovely. Do you want to show your card for everyone as well, Vicky?
There we go. So that's the front, and then that's the side, and then you open it up and it pops up.
Oh, that is smashing. I love that holographic acetate in the background because you just get the flashes of the color. It's so cool.
Yeah. And then obviously you can have the card at the back stood up if you wanted to display it like that, or you can have it displayed like, you know, like that. So yeah.
That's smashing. That's
There we go.
lovely. And then we have my little doggos who are there
Aww.
as well. Yeah. I love it.
That's
So
cool.
I hope everyone has enjoyed our card making today, and
Thank you for having me. It's been really good.
and the sun is streaming in the window there, Vicky, and
It is.
it looks, you look angelic. Streaming in there. Lovely. So we're just under an hour and a half on. That was a nice amount of time really for a live, and we had no deliveries, we had no dramas with children or dogs. So I think we can all be really, really grateful for that. So I'm going to let you go, and I'm going to say goodbye to everyone. And don't forget, if you haven't seen Vicky's channel before, if she's new to you, do pop over to Crafty Heaven and visit her channel. It's well worth a view. There's some great makes on there. If you've enjoyed this YouTube live, do give it a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new to my channel as well. I would love to have you join my channel. And if you're a YouTuber out there like Vicky and you would like to go live with me, I'd love to hear from you. So that's it. We'll leave it there, Vicky, and see you all the next time. Thanks for
Take
watching.
care, guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.